Now, the original Young and Dumb loans were Lifeline Leaders and Snickers and Ties Foundation, where Lifeline Leaders was going to be a business accelerator and incubator, and Snickers and Ties Foundation was just going to be a nonprofit organization of whatever I wanted. And I took money from lenders with the expectation to pay them back that same exact year. However, they had other intentions, including the interest on the loans and stuff. So when the concerts and stuff, when the money was stolen, you would automatically think they didn't have the time to get that money back, couldn't get it paid. So the lenders decided, well, those are going to be our investments. So it kind of sounded like a setup in the first place where, well, he didn't spend the money correctly. He didn't spend the money the way we wanted him to. Okay, but if you can do that and then the company name changed to Young and Dumb Entertainment officially, to where I decided I was going to build the company out the way that it's supposed to be on Young and Dumb. So the original contract got canceled when all the owners signed over their equity to Young and Dumb Entertainment, closed Lifeline Leaders, Snickers and Ties Foundation was closed, and then the name and rights got sold back to me, where I reopened the company later. So with them thinking those are their investments because you couldn't pay back the lenders decided to take the investments. Well, I can also say because the lenders did not allow me to get paid based off what I put, and when I put down on Coastal Alliance and it was Consumer Alliance, I put down a salary of X amount of dollars because that's how much I was making at the time. Why? Because I wanted to be on my own dime and my own dollar. But it's just like people change jobs and update their positions and update everything. I could easily have said I wanted what I wanted to make, but I chose to put down what I was actually making, which my income was lower than the equity and the value of the equity, especially upon liquidation. So if they chose to take all the assets as securement of the debt, then I can also say, well, hold on a minute. I bring 4% more value to any deal that you can offer, because they also argue for so long, AJ, you wasted that money. You could have put that money in the bank and you would have earned interest on it for X amount of dollars, but we only have 4 years to get that bachelor's before moving on to the master's and doctorate, which they think in school you can do it any amount of time you want to. You should have just waited and this, that, and other. But if you say if I should have waited and put that money inside a bank account that earns interest, well, I bring how much more interest to what a bank account can pay out. So if you chose to take all of that based off what you were doing, including a credit card account, let's say the BB&T credit card was at a rate of at a $20,000 credit card, where the interest rate maximum is at 27.99%. That's around $559,800 a year. Okay, but I bring to the table 4 times the value. So let's say that 20,000, 27,999 times 4 times the 20,000 of the credit card. That's around $2,239,200 a year. So that would be that minus however much the 27.99 times the 20,000 of the credit card is, which is approximately $539,000. So let's say we subtract 539,000. Y'all owe me a return of $1,700,200 a return a year as Truist Bank of BB&T. Just like with Open Sky is at what, $300, and let's say let's use Capital One. No, let's use Open Sky. Open Sky is by Capital Bank. Let's say their credit card charges are 24% on $300. $300 times $24.99 and APR is around $7,497 a year. Okay, $300. Let's say I don't know what APR is, but I bring 4% of value to the table, and it's an inconvenience and interference when you go to other companies and stuff and say he can't have more than one credit card, he can't have more than one this and more than one that because he's already spending too much. He can't have more than one credit card, shut that one down. He can't have more than one debit card, shut that one down. He don't need that other bank account. We already gave him a bank account, shut that down. That many interferences by a company, and I already bring 4% more value to a table than what a bank account can pay out. So let's say the Open Sky credit card was at 24.99%, times 4% times the $300. That's approximately 29,988, and I believe it was subtracted like $8,000. Y'all owe me a return of approximately $21,988. Who is the other one? What's the name? That's why I was trying to tell them it's at least $1 billion per point or $1 million per point to make my credit score drop. Like JCPenney took 100 points off of it. Well, we should charge them $1 million or $1 billion per credit point, which I'm instituting now for them to go ahead and do it, and do the same thing to Open Sky, do the same thing to same thing to Bank of America when they close that credit card. Now, let's get over there to Capital One, where I have a personal credit card of $1,300, and I have a business credit card where I should have got a Capital One business credit card on the same side as Young and Dumb Entertainment, but they never sent one. So let's say they had $1,300 on one, and then $3,000 on the business line. So let's say their APR was 27.9%. Not saying that's what it is. I don't know what it is. So 27.99% at $4,300. That's $120,357 a year. Okay, I bring at 120. Let's just round it 121. Okay, 27.99% times 4 times 4,300. 481,428 minus 121,000. Capital One, you will owe me $360,428 a year, and you'll owe me for any drops in my credit score. So let's say the original lenders of Lifeline and Sneakers and Ties, let's say they charge interest. When I say all together, I receive $200,000, and let's say they charge 27.99% interest, like a bank would, at $200,000. That's $5,598,000 a year. Okay, so I bring 4 times more value, so I was being friendly and being nice. So at 27.99 a year times 4 times the original 200,000. That's 22,392,000 minus that 6 million. Y'all will owe me 16,392,000 a year, including the repair of my credit as Truist, BB&T, now Truist, or as the original lenders of Lifeline Leaders and Sneakers and Ties Foundation, which is now Young and Dumb Entertainment for Lifeline Leaders and Sneakers and Ties Foundation was defunct, and it wasn't reopened as the same organization. But that's what I mean by when I bring more to the table and I add more to the table and putting that money inside a bank account and letting it generate interest instead of doing the event like was requested, instead of doing the all of the stuff to prove our credibility like was requested. That's your fault, and that's your problem. So all of y'all that sent them credit cards and thought you had me in so much credit card debt, y'all now owe those payments to my company and law firm Empire Tycoon and RAPT, which is Responsible Executive Protection Team, and you should have been reported to everybody that you were reporting to, and my credit score should be enacted, and it should be at an excellent credit score. I should have an excellent credit score rating now of approximately 825 on my personal and approximately 100 at each of my companies for that type of thing. That's what I mean by all positions are not created equal. That's what I mean by credit and debit card operating agreement, and why all my companies and myself and my name operate through operating agreements.